welcome back to my kitchen. The other day I made a blueberry cake. I don't know if by scratch, and I had some leftover stuff because I went ahead and used some blueberries from the freezer. So the can of blueberries I didn't use. So today I'm gonna go ahead and use those, but today I'm not gonna make it from scratch. I'm actually gonna make it from a box. This is a fast meal today. So you know, sometimes we get so busy in life that we don't have time to prepare our meals ahead of time, and we get home from work or we get home from shopping or whatever you're doing, and you're like, oh, now I gotta make supper. What am I gonna make? It's gonna take an hour and I'm hungry right now. Okay, so it says to preheat your oven to 425. 425, okay. And because I don't eat eggs or oil, I'm basically try to stay away from oil too myself. So I use applesauce for my oil, and I use flaxseed milk for my eggs. So I usually buy the organic flaxseed milk from Walmart. It's the Walmart brand, great value. It's organic and it's flaxseed. So that's usually what I use. And I add 3 tablespoons of flaxseed milk because this calls for 3 eggs. Well, actually it calls for 2 eggs. So, but I'll go ahead and just add a little bit more because I like flaxseed. It's good for you. So anyway, about 2.5 tablespoons of flaxseed milk, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because I added a little bit more. And then stir it up because you want to do 3 parts of 1 part of your flaxseed for your egg. So just to remember that. If you have 1 tablespoon of flaxseed milk, you want 3 tablespoons of water, and that makes your egg. This is a little bit too thick. I'll go ahead and add a little bit more. And I like to kind of just mix it up there. And then I pour it into my bowl. Okay. And then it's asking, I think, for 1/4 of a cup of vegetable oil. Well, I'm going to add 1/2 cup of applesauce. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I had some leftovers from the other day of this blueberry stuff, and because I went ahead and did it by scratch instead of by the box, so I went ahead and just put it in here. So more or less I'm kind of doubling this. And it usually turns out really good for me. So we'll see. I mean, go along for the ride, people. That's what I say. Try stuff. Try something new once in a while. You'll be surprised. You really will. Okay, so there we go. And these are my wild berries. And I'm gonna go over here and rinse these cans off, and then I'm gonna rinse these berries because they said to rinse them before I add them. And strain them. And now I will add I added about 1.25 cups of water. Then you bake like I do. I usually bake at least 3 times a week. Either cookies or a cake like this or something. You kind of get the feel of it. Oh, that's too thick. I better add a little bit more water. And it's always good to start out less, because if you get too much water and you don't have any flour on hand, or you don't have any mix on hand, it's kind of hard to take it out, isn't it, once you get it in there. But this is perfect. I just added a little bit more water, and now the batter is perfect. Yeah, that's perfect for a cake. Yep. So I already got my pan ready, greased. And I actually just use, for I use cooking spray. I don't know if you can see that. I'm sure you can. And I usually just spray it, coat it. Sometimes I'll wipe it down if I get a little too much in, but this time I was good about that, so I won't have to do that. And just put it in your pan. I mean, I have more time now to bake and to cook and all that, but I still wanted a few of these on hand. It's Betty Crocker, wild blueberry. That's pretty good stuff. I just don't add the eggs and the oil like I said. I do add the water. Voila, it's ready to go in the oven. All right, so I'm getting ready to pull out my blueberry bundt cake. Looks good. I'm going to glaze it a little bit. What I'm going to use is powdered sugar and a little bit of almond milk. And I'm going to make it to where it drips off of the spoon. And I'll show that to you. So I pulled out the bundt cake, the blueberry bundt cake. And I'm going to make a glaze. And some people say, well, how can you make a glaze without butter? You know, but I don't use butter. So I'm just going to put about maybe 3 teaspoons. And this is a half a teaspoon, but I made it to where it went over the top. So about 3 teaspoons of that. And then I'll take a fork, and this is almond milk. It's unsweetened and it's vanilla, flavored almond milk, so I don't need to put vanilla in it. And I'm making a glaze, so it's not going to be real thick frosting. And then I just mix it out. This is just glaze, and I'm just going to kind of just glaze it like that. So then it's kind of like, you know, you've had them probably before, glazed donuts. And that's it. And you don't have a whole lot of sugar, but yet you got a little bit of sweet. So, and it looks kind of pretty like that. Okay, so that's done. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk with you next time in Mama's Kitchen.